Okay, thank you all, everybody who will be joining at this time. We want to thank you. We hope that this is going to be okay. So once we get the signals that everything is okay, we're going to continue. I think we are good to go, except otherwise we have other issues. I think yesterday we didn't succeed in doing what we wanted to do as far as this issue going live on our page was concerned, but we hope that it's going to be okay. Thank you all. As you join, you share. This is a very new page, and we want to be very certain on everything we do. So let's get everybody on board before we continue now. Okay. So we will go on once we have quite a good amount of people watching. We're sure, we just surprised. Yesterday we tried to go live on this page and there were issues, and so today it's a new page, and so we are trying to consider this a test run to know what exactly is happening with our page, Eric Tataw Official. We're happy that you are joining and raising your numbers. It's very important what I want to say today. And I want to address myself to Ambazonians in South Africa, to the military Tataw, and the rest of the people in South Africa who probably think that this revolution, is about issues of, this kind of payback time, where you assume that because you've had problems with the interim government, there is need and necessity for everything to go wrong with that particular government. And because you think that, this is what it's supposed to be, we as a people, we should not understand exactly what is the dimension of the move from Sisiku in jail that can cause us. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we were as civil as possible. Today we want to be as much as we can do to inform our people on the situation. And I want to be clear with all of you. It should have occurred to us by now that, the issue about the South African guys trying to champion the ideology of Sisiku Ayoktabe Julius, which to me fundamentally is a wrong move. It's an ideology that is crazy, that is pathetic, that is haphazard. It's something that we should not be talking at this time of the revolution. I am reacting to the people of South Africa with my official name to them to understand what is going on. This is not a family business. It's not a corporation. It is the life of a country, and we will not take anything from anybody that would jeopardize and compromise the moves of our people. We must say that. We must say it very clearly. And I want to be clear with anybody. And let us all know the facts that are moving and put things together. From time to time, I'll reply to comments, and I can be very mean in probably the way I'm going to be replying to some people. The issue is that I am not going to be a slave to your surrogacy, to your group, to you being a group high, to a particular group. I want to be very clear with the likes of that's right, Ambazonians, who have refused to have reason, and they are compact with their beliefs in positions that are not appreciative of reason and appreciative of compromises, appreciative of objectivity. That is not what Eric Tataw is supposed to be. Eric Tataw is supposed to represent the views of a broad majority of Ambazonians, not based on the fact that because you're a Sako surrogate or you're a Sisiku surrogate. Going forward, I think I've thrashed that issue. Now, let us be clear with everyone who's watching this show at this time that today is the 6th of May, and I want to say some very pertinent things. And I want everybody to listen very attentively. This revolution would not be sold and dictated by those from jail. That's the first thing I want to say. But those from jail have a say in our revolution. They are our leaders, they remain our leaders, but we have a current and effective leadership that's already running. But the leadership outside must also be in consultation with those from jail. That is a fact. That is a fact that we must put our acts together. Listen, let me be very, very clear. They call EBAS. I want you to understand one thing. My name is Eric Tataw, and I'm never going to lose public respect based on the fact that you have written that I'm losing public respect or Ambazonian. That's right. You should read the comments, and by now you should know that people who are reasonable, who are objective, should know that I will not depend on me as Eric Tataw, losing public respect based on the fact that two of you hold that ideology. No, I will not accept that. And I have to answer you people to be very straight to the point. You think that if there is a point that has been raised in the letter by Sisiku, do you think I should not bring that fact to the public? I'm not. This platform is not a platform that will be like dog side, like everyone to talk. I'm not preaching your dogma. I'm preaching the aspiration of Ambazonian people, and I know that it will not meet your aspiration from time to time. That's one thing. That's one thing that you must understand. Sisiku raised very important points in the letters or in his letter that must be raised and activated and propagated by activists. That's most important. And it is not based on the fact that 1, 2 people, 3 people come and write in the comment section that, oh, Eric Tataw, you are losing public respect. I will not lose public respect based on you, EBAS and Ambazonians. That's right. I will not. And I understand that you have the right to your opinion, and that's exactly the reason why I will keep you people informed about the situation. The fact that you say, oh, don't talk about my trip to Benin, does not think. I will say a lot of things on this live show today. That's why I want everybody to come on board so that let's discuss frankly, and I want to condemn in earnest once more the people of South Africa. This show is for you. Everybody who is watching will know this is a new account. Share to every platform, because we, at least today, we are live on our official page and want to make it very clear to everybody that the people who are watching this show at this time, especially the cartel from South Africa, I know that you people listen, Sisiku Ayoktabe is our president, and what baffles me is his desire not to listen to public opinion. That's what baffles me. His desire not to listen to public opinion. These are very clear facts. These are issues that must be consistent, must be consistent with our people's ideology. Some people say they missed the show yesterday. I came live here, it didn't come on. That I went to Telegraph. Some people followed, some people didn't follow. That's why we'll continuously, as you are coming on this page, if you are coming for the first time, subscribe, click on like and follow so that you have notifications. We have to build this page because it's going to be difficult for this page to be taken down. To be honest with you, it's going to be very difficult. So let me read the worries of some people before I begin to go on with my live show. Say, no, Eric, did you tell us that let Sisiku be handed as a gift to Pobia? I don't get what you're saying, EBAS. I don't know what this poor guy is saying, but that's fine. This page, like any other pages that we've been running before, we try to give people freedom of speech, but we expect that civility should set in order for us to be able to make our points. And this point is for the people of South Africa. You see, I want to be very clear with everybody. And no, we will not block Ambazonians. That's right. Let her. She's a very strong fighter. I understand that she can have opposite views with me. She's very objective sometimes, but sometimes she's soaked and wrapped in surrogacy, in being a grouper, so much so that she doesn't want anybody saying anything about, you know, all of those things. So, Paul Barak, or whatever you call your name, I know you're one of these AGC people who try to behave like you're supporting this now because you want to cause confusion. I understand all of those things, but fine. Everybody has the right to stay here. So, that said, let me just take this call real quickly. Maybe some perhaps suggestions to make. Director. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm live now, so I'm going to talk about it. So send it to me by text. So that's very important. Let us unveil it. Send it to me by text. Okay, great. So say yes, I'm live now. Just send it to me. Give me text, please. I'm live on National Telegraph Official. Give me text. Let's read it out there quickly. Okay. Yes. Okay, so we just have this very important text message that is going to come in a that's why I try to pick this call, where one of our brothers is telling us what Atanganji Paul has sent to the UN Security Council, and this is very important. Every Southern Cameroonian, you know that the UN Security Council will meeting on our matter on the 13th. So all of us have to be there, and you know, we as a people, we must put all of our efforts to make sure that we counteract every negative thing that the government of Paul Biya is trying to do. Let us get this point. I'm waiting on this text message. Before the text message will come, let's continue with the discussion. Now, let me say this very clearly. You know, you as a people, to me as Eric Tataw, I've made a decision that I am not going to bother about the things that people say about me, and that is why I have moved from strength to strength. As you are all aware, there is no activist in the history of Cameroon and Southern Cameroons that is facing the difficulties on social media like I'm facing now. And by now, I think that it is something that I have to sing it out there for the world to know. You people have to help me to send out this information for people to understand that this is what this guy is going through. This is what's happening. And, you know, because I am limited in my communication, because I have a lot of things to tell you guys, but I'm somehow limited because, you know, it's not supposed to be that way, but things are going wrong because they think, oh, this guy should not talk because of the influence he has on the people and all of those things and all of this and all of that. We are going to fix all of those things. But let me be clear with all of you. Take it from me, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, that La République du Cameroon will never ever win us. That's the first thing. They will never. Till this war will end, we are going to win this fight. They will never win. I've been to places as an individual. I can tell you authoritatively that I've entered more than the offices of 60 senators in the United States. I'm doing this live show from DC now. I have entered more than 60 offices. And in the days ahead, we're going to change the dynamics. So, I want to address myself, my personal opinion, but based on the ideologies and the aspiration of the people of Southern Cameroons. I want to address myself to the cartel in South Africa. Call it the cartel. And let everybody in South Africa who is watching me at this moment and that cares to believe, to understand one thing, that we, the people of Southern Cameroon, we reject in totality the move by Sisiku Ayoktabe Julius. Sisiku is my tribesman. We are from same division. And he's from a Mojok and from Upper Bayang. We are like less than an hour away drive from each other, given the position of Ewele and Kendem. And all of you Manu people, this is the time where you have to get up and advise our president and tell him on the things that he's doing that is not right. The reason why I'm doing this live show is because I've just listened to Tataw on SCBC. First of all, let me tell you people something. Sisiku Ayoktabe Julius should understand that he will be thrown under the bus. If he continues in this manner, he will be thrown under the bus. But we also have to hold Dr. Sako accountable for the things that are affecting the revolution. So in being objective, you must remain consistent with the belief and aspirations of the people, of everybody who understands the move for freedom. Because see the poor of South Africa, we have a very important thing that is coming up in the UN, at the UN Security Council. Is the biggest breakthrough. Let me tell you something. I want you all to look at the countries where you are based as Southern Cameroonians. Look at the countries where you are based as Southern Cameroonians and identify and define your efforts. The things that you have done, that you think that the things that you have done that you think that have propelled this revolution to a very strong point. I can beat my chest as Eric Tataw that yes, I can count my contributions to these revolutions. In fact, they are countless, but I can point at the major ones. America is championing our cause. You remember what I told you some time ago? That the United States, some United States senators told us that American government had said that they have the responsibility to protect Ambazonians. And this is what's happening. Look at what we are doing at our individual level. We are not plotting to see who is going to bring who down, who is going to do this, who is going to do that. No, we are plotting to see how we bring La Republic down, at the same time also counteracting the rubbish that some revolutionary bandits are trying to put out there. Let me be clear with all of you, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians. We have dedicated our lives to fight for this independence struggle. And Sisiku in jail should know that if not for some of us who are here, who stood the test of time, who defended his IG, some people would have wiped it out. Today, the same people who said that the IG is not existent, the IG did not exist, the IG was built on a bad foundation, the same people that are supporting Sisiku, that he should dissolve the Sako IG and create another IG. So what was your problem? When Sako was there, when Sisiku was there, you said, oh no, Sisiku is JJC, the IG is wrong, they call it the Zaria Mafia. We had all sorts of names. We struggled and put the IG in place, empowered the IG. And today, they vilified Dr. Sako, and now they think that, oh, this is the time Sisiku has come, let's promote. Sisiku, I want to tell you one thing from Jay. Whether or not you like it, when you come back or you create another IG which is not going to work, they will still vilify it. They will call it a South African mafia. They will call it a Konengi gang. They will give you names. Just wait and see. Just give us some time, 1 week. And I want to push this ahead, because I have gathered information that Sisiku is trying to create, a new cabinet. And I see that the likes of Tataw, who were Tataw that I respect so much, even when he was dismissed from the IG, I still respected him. He is now the one that is being like a communication officer for Sisiku, reading stuff from jail and all of those things, and he's paddling all those things on what they call SCBC. You see, let me tell you something. Sisiku should know that you have a government in place. Before you left and went to jail, there was a communication department in place. And Chris Anu was always there working with you. Chris Anu was there working with you. And what happened? That you have issues now you cannot send to Chris Anu to evaluate. Those of us that I've not met you too many times, but I've talked with you once or twice, and we've been discussing a couple of things, and I've been doing consultations regarding your issues. You could not even say, oh, listen, these activists, this is what we think, this is what we think. What do you think? No. Southern Cameroons will never be run like La République du Cameroon. Sisiku cannot dictate from us from jail. And that's why I told Professor Carson Anyangwe. Professor Carson Anyangwe said the government should be on ground zero. Why are the people in South Africa? So they should make all the government on ground zero. So in that case, let's hand power to Barrister Fujon and see if they'll not kill everybody. So at the end of the day, we look at the issues that are going on and we just laugh. See, I see some people of the AGC, you are still here, you're making noise, you're calling me whatever name. But I want to tell you that I've sat down without pride and I've evaluated the revolution. And I think that for the first time, let me beat my hand in my chest, that a lot of you are straws you earn on social media. You earn on Facebook. You cannot do nothing more than Facebook. They took out all my accounts, took me on WhatsApp, but the impact still remains highest. So, let us be clear. Some Amber Lion says talk about my trip to where I'm going to talk about everything because I need to satisfy everybody based on what you hold, what you think. It's very important. But we want to say, I want to tell Sisiku Ayoktabe Julius, my president, our president, you remain my president. I'm proud of you as a liberator. The time that all these agency guys were vilifying you and vilifying your government, we stood by you. And today is another moment for me to still tell you the truth. For me to tell you the truth, that what you are planning from jail will make you the most unpopular Ambazonian that has ever existed. You will not be thrown under the bus. You will be thrown under the train. I want to assure you, Mr. Sisiku, our president, let the people of South Africa not deceive you. Every human being must base his dictates, must base his approaches to what we call the school of public opinions. Yes. Every human being must base their aspirations on public opinions. Sisiku should ask himself that, okay, assuming that that first letter was a mistake, what is the public saying? What is the public going about it? How is the public saying this? Sisiku should ask himself that question and have a review that, okay, this is what the public is saying. This is what I should do. Is the public in support of my moves? Is the public in support of this, my preliminary moves? Then Sisiku should begin to evaluate. Because, let me tell you the truth. Sisiku, the mistake that you will make is to think that you are saving the revolution. You are destroying the revolution. Because you have been fed with half-baked information by a cartel in South Africa. You have been fed with half-baked information by people who don't care about your well-being. I'm talking to you as a brother. And if you care to know, Eric Tataw will never ever support that this IG be dissolved. It will have the IG being augmented. We'll have the IG fixed. The IG, of course, is not Dr. Sako's property. Like I've said yesterday, the decision for Dr. Sako to go will be based on his personal discretion and on the huge field of public opinion pressure that I don't see as of now. So, there is no way you can say that, oh, I mean, they are 8 million Ambazonians. And if you go by vote, given all the leaders that are there, if you ask me, Eric Tataw, that these are the leaders looking at the Southern Cameroon Liberation Council, that who do you prefer to lead the Ambazonian people as Sisiku is now in jail? Because Sisiku is in jail, Sisiku can only lead the people from jail. Everybody will vote Dr. Sako. Everybody will vote Dr. Sako. Because yes, he's evil. He has made mistakes. His government has embezzled. But his government is better than the other people. All of them have embezzled. So we are trying to look at a balance where our people will understand what's going on. So, Sisiku, listen to the voice of your brother, your kid brother from the same manual. What you are trying to do will not work. The IG will not be dissolved based on a piece of paper that you got from jail that is not even probably from you. I want you people to still know that Sisiku remains our president. And we give him all the respect. We understand exactly what's going on. But we will not succumb to any manipulation from the cartel in South Africa. South Africa, they have been making all the noise, but they have not been doing any of the job they're supposed to do. Today, all other countries are in support that the UN Security Council will be listening to our matter, though informally, at the UN headquarters. That we'll see how we'll go there. Everybody in Southern Cameroon, let me tell you something. On the 13th, when the UN will be meeting, that will define our resolve. We'll see people who will be there. We will see who will stand there. Even if it's one person. On the 4th was Embassy Day. I took my car, I drove to the Cameroon Embassy. I parked it right there, and the only Southern Cameroonian. And I joined 2 Francophone activists. After one was arrested, there were 3 of them. And we disrupted the whole embassy. I was not doing it because I want you to praise me. I was doing it because I know that if I don't get independence, I'm finished. I know that if I don't get independence, I'm finished. I don't need to be in the IG. I am not a spokesman for any group. I'm Eric Tataw. I'm CEO of National Telegraph. What is your contributions? What are your contributions? Do you think we are moving up and down? Look at tickets that I've picked. Driving to go to places. This is it. These are tickets that they are giving me every day. You see, I have to go to court. These are tickets. Police will pull me. I have them there. Over $500 tickets. These are them. All of here, tickets. Coming from places. These are tickets that are giving me. Because you look at the fact that this revolution depends on us. It depends on us. Sisiku will not control us from jail. He will not control us from jail. No, he will not. He is my brother from Manu. I'm not related to Sako. I'm not related to Sisiku. But this is the time to speak the truth. The same people who didn't want to catch Sisiku. The same people who destroyed Sisiku's name. The same people who said Sisiku died and was dumped in the river. The same people who said that on the feet we should not march for Sisiku. The same people that when we went to the Nigerian embassy to ask for the Nigerian government to respect the court judgment from the Abuja Federal High Court, the same people who said, let's forget about all those protests. It will not help us. We are protesting for Sisiku. And all of a sudden, they are the same people that Sisiku wants to listen to. That's it. Now, I'm asking this question. We will not take it. And I want to tell Sisiku that Eric Tataw would be your #1 enemy if you create any other cabinet. We will not take it. We will resolve the issues within the government. Sako can decide to resign if he cares. I will study public opinion and see what people want. And I'll come and tell Dr. Sako that, you know what? Based on public opinion that I've been looking, I think this is it's about time you went. When I say it's about time you went, some people come and say it's wrong English. Let me just correct it before they come and say that Eric Tataw said it's about time you went. When each time you use the word about time or it's high time, the verb must be in the past tense. It's about time we ate the food. It's about time we went to the house. It's about time we schooled. It's about time we preached the gospel. It's about time we drove the car. So you don't use present tense when you use about time. So thank you, just that correction, because I don't want to be arguing about language. Now, let us be clear with everybody. This independence movement, say this is a new account. Look at close to 1,000 of you are watching. It's not because it's Eric Tataw, no. It's because it's the truth that you want to listen to. And the truth cannot be impartial. The truth cannot be partial. The truth is impartial. The truth is unbiased. The truth is white, it's immaculate. Let me tell us something. The reason why I go to anywhere with my face, I go without a bodyguard, without a gun proof, without nothing on me, is because I believe in God's protection. I believe in the fact that what we are doing is justice. Listen, nobody can stop this independence struggle. No, if Sisiku dares it, he will be under the train. I'm saying this to the Pope of South Africa. Because first of all, Sisiku is even going with the wrong people. People don't have the following. How many people listen to the Pope in South Africa? How many people believe in them? No, you need the real shakers of social media. As it stands now, Sisiku should have identified that people believe in probably 2 people or 3 people or thereabout. Eric Tataw, Joshua Carr. That is the order where people believe in now. It's a fact. Any day that the chat will drop, he will see it. Any day that it will drop, if it's moving from Eric Tataw to Joshua Carr or to Joshua Carr to Ashu Kingsley, you will see it. For now, people think that, you know, we have a lot of other people who are coming up who also speak the truth, like Paul Nilong, Tanga Chiri, and the rest. They are always there speaking the truth. And this is the time where every activist is going to get up and say, you know what? And say, you know what? Listen, let me tell you something, my president. You don't do that. Sisiku, I want to be very clear with all of you. Sisiku is wrong. In fact, the word wrong is an understatement. Sisiku is very wrong in the modus operandi and in the dispatch of the telegram. That's the message that he sent from jail. His approach, the style is wrong, entirely wrong. But also agree that there are ingredients within what Sisiku sent that must be looked, must be reviewed by Dr. Sako. Yes, it must be reviewed. We must look at all those things in order to have a compromise and for us all to understand what's happening. I want to tell you something. To me, I am doing this thing and not basing listen, my account that was going to be, my birthday is on the 14th of June. My account, I was supposed to celebrate 1 million followers on my Eric Tataw Facebook page on the 14th of June, but it's gone. I don't care. Now, you people are just like 2,000 or so following this page. I don't make any money from Eric Tataw's page. No. I just use it to communicate people. That's all. It has no, there is no, that's why I'm not bothered about it. I'm not bothered about anything. I'm thinking about what you people should hold as a factor of the truth. Military Takan cannot be coming every time now and then on SCBC, setting confusion. We want to tell the international community one thing. We We as a people, I want President Sisiku to look at himself in the mirror. Look at the extent of what is going on as we speak. Let the people do a decision on the issues that are going on, where we as a people, we remain concentrated on the facts that are happening. We should concentrate on the issues that will change our revolution. Let me tell you something. To say that Sako is going nowhere is also an overstatement. And to refuse to say that what Sako did is not wrong is dishonesty. That is why he will take the stakes of the revolution. When Joshua Carr spoke the other day, he articulated my position. As a matter of fact, I do not even need to come on live to come and repeat what Joshua Carr is saying. But I want to restamp the authority of what Joshua Carr said. Listen, we have looked at models of revolutions. We will not take in any way, never in our lifetime are we going to take instruction from anybody in jail in the manner that Sisoko wants to portray it. We will not accept it. We will not accept any decision that will come from jail. It will never happen till the end of this world. But we will accept consultations. See, some people said in my live show yesterday, because I could not speak like this because I was on Telegraph, they said that, oh, you know what? No, Dr. Sako does not need to consult Sisoko to do this. You are wrong again. There you are wrong. Because before this problem, Dr. Sako and Chris Ano, they were having conference calls with Sisiku. They were consulting him. So we should assume that there is a breach in communication and you see how to augment it. Dissolving the IG is not even a question. It's not something that will be brought in open court or on social media for debate. There is no debate about it. The IG will never be dissolved, but the IG will be augmented. And those things can be done very easily without all this flip-flopping, without people trying to confuse us. See, let me tell you something. Please, once you are joining, you share, you click on like. Everybody who's watching me, always click on like. I need this support to keep this page running. So click on like. All of you, my followers, click on like. And then, if you're watching that you have not subscribed, okay, for example, at the end of this video, we're going to have like thousands of people who have watched, but you look at the following so that you can always have notification, the page can stay running. So just go and click on like on our page. When you finish, go to our page, Eric Tataw Official. Since you have shared this video, you can always go there, you look at the bar, you see where the right like. Take, for example, let me look at it really quickly here if I can show you what to do. Okay, so you see, like in your Facebook, I'll just show you before I continue. This is the page that you have. You can, because I don't have nothing here, you can go to Eric Tataw Official. When the page opens like this, you see this is how it is. No, Eric Tataw Official. When it opens this way, you'll see there's going to be a like button here, because this is an administrator here. You see a like button, you can only click on like and then you click on follow. So when you open the Eric Tataw Official, you look at this, then it will be easy for you to follow. So that's it. I'm going to continuously educate us. So share to every platform as you're joining. Let's have everybody. I'm so proud of you guys, my followers. You guys make me so powerful. You make me so strong. And you know, I'm so elated, you know, to have great supporters like Joshua Carr, like Kemi Ashu, sister Kemi Ashu, who's been so fabulous supporting me and making sure that this information goes all through. Thank you, Fidelia, Amber, and everybody, you know. So now going forward, let me say this very clearly to you, Southern Cameroonians. See, what people don't know is the fact that Nelson Ochemba, I'll answer you. You say I should stop talking about my trip to where. I'll tell you why I can never stop talking about it. Because if you want the truth should not be selective. Everybody deserves the truth. And that's why I'm telling you the truth, that I will not come and support Sisiku, because my ideologies are not based on tribalism. They are not based on the fact that who I know. I don't know. They are based on the fact that what people want. So you have raised a point that stop talking about my trip to Boya. I will tell you why my trip to Boya is the greatest scandal and why it can never be stopped. We can never stop talking about it. I will explain to you why. Now, going forward, the people in South Africa, first of all, the South African government is the only government that is trying to obstruct the UN Security Council, which of course is not going to work because one man is not majority. The UN Security Council is going to still hear about the case. Now, let me be clear with you. South Africa, you're supposed to concentrate on doing diplomacy so that the South African government should soften its position on our issue so that it should be heard in the UN Security Council, not allowing France to infiltrate South Africa, so that, you know, we are going to have people who are saying that, oh, we should not, our matter should be heard in the AU. So AU wants to hear our matter only now, after 3 years, when they have killed people and they are still making Paul Biya president of CIMAC, president of this, president of that. So South Africa, you have big news to do, and definitely you have big work to do. Not coming on social media and trying to read the things that Sisiku said and what he did not say. Now, there is this very important news that is coming from somebody within the ranks of the UN, saying that Atanganji has sent a report to the UN Security Council saying that Amber Boys have killed 1,506 Mbororo people, that's the Muslims. That's what Atanganji is saying, and that they have also destroyed 70 cows or 700 cows. And this report is pending approval by the imams, who Atanganji has promised to finance for their Ramadan trip. Another other pictures of 3 girls killed by the military and breast cut off is now circulating on social media and has been sent to the UN Security Council so that they will say that they are Amber Boys who killed these people. Now, I want to say one thing about these issues, the issue of Atanganji, before I come back to other issues here. Let us be clear. Everybody knows the truth. We have rights group, and we have told the United Nations and other people at the State Department that you cannot take information from the defendant. You can only listen to the defendant, but you have to go, the person who has been accused of, you have to go to the victims. Ask the people of Southern Cameroon, the refugee camps are there. Ask the refugee people, those refugees, that what is going on with our people? What is this and what is that? So we as a people, we have to understand that Atanganji has no place. So remember that they are saying that the Ambazonian fighters have killed 1,500 and something Muslim people, Mbororo people, or Caterias, or whatever, and they have destroyed 700 cars, and they have cut the breast, killed 3 girls, and cut their breasts, and is parading at the corridors of the UN to say that this is done by Ambazonians. But that's not true. All of us, we know that Ambazonians didn't do it, so we're sending this on our official page for the UN to know that it's not going to happen. I don't want to say that I'll be at the UN Security Council or not, but my name is Eric Tataw. I know what to do. I know how to operate. So every Southern Cameroonian, you have to drive there to the UN. We will know who is who on this day that the UN, whether we get in or not, so long as we stay out, we make all the noise, they will see our results. So we need at least 1,000 plus or more Southern Cameroonians to be at that event at the UN on the 13th, if I'm not mistaken. So take your bags ready with all the placards, all the killings of Paul Biya, and make the impact felt. If we all came out during the embassy day with a lot and lot of placards, it would have changed it, because it would have changed again, because all the embassies were there. But thank God that, of course, I tried my own little best as an individual to do what I could do for the entire Southern Cameroon's community, and that, of course, worked for our benefit, because the Secret Service was there. You saw what happened. The embassy was basically shut down and was like a crime scene, and all of us will have to be in this position to decide the fate of Southern Cameroonians, because this is what we have to fight for. It is freedom forever, freedom, 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 and nothing but freedom. So do not bother about all this point in South Africa. They should concentrate on trying to shape out the community in South Africa, making people to understand. When I say South Africa, I'm not referring, please don't get me wrong, I'm not referring to everybody in South Africa. I'm referring to the small group of people who think that now they have to lean on Sisiku to destroy this IG because they think it's payback time. Eric Tataw, I talk with the authority of the largest platform at this time, the one Southern Cameroonian with the biggest following. I say it with this authority. In fact, the biggest following, not one of the, as a matter of now. And I'm saying that I reject in totality, using my voice as an activist, what all the mafia that people in South Africa are doing, and all the mafia that they are plunging Sisiku into doing. It will not work, and it will never ever work so long as this platform exists. Listen, you have people who have tried in their numbers in tens of thousands to destroy this platform. They have called us all names, describe us with our nationalities that don't exist, say that we are this, we are that, but we have stayed focused on the point. You know, at the level that we operate now, this platform operates at a level where we have been placed as the most dangerous in Cameroon. So we cannot be talking with people that are not even known by the government. That government doesn't care if they exist. That government wants their platform to stay there so that they'll continually create confusion. We have to stay focused on the goal, because see, I cannot come and call the names of those small children. They don't care. Nobody cares about them. Nobody cares if they exist. So that was a mistake that we used to make before. Then now we are staying very, very unparalleled to the facts, and we'll continually stay on those facts, because that is exactly what we want to do for the struggle of Southern Cameroons. There is nobody that can change our destiny. Let me tell you something. This issue is salvation, and for those who don't know and those who don't care to know, let me be very clear with you. Your independence is here. This is it. This is your independence. You have the right to close your hand, take it, or you flip your hand upside down and it's gone. That is it. Everything is just like that. Oh, some people say I should open the lines. Yes, I can take this request. It's important. The phone number is 202-390-2247. We'll open the lines 10 minutes from now. We'll tell you the lines are open. You can start calling 202-390-2247. We can take few calls before we close the show. Now, let me say this very important before I go to other issues. Sisiku should know that we will not accept any government. If he's trying to create any government, is dead on arrival. Concentrate, work with the IG of Dr. Sako. You can talk to Dr. Sako, let him see that. I've said it. Listen, we have to be objective. There's what we call the principle of higher good. Dr. Sako will decide. Look at it that now people used to contribute, they don't longer contribute. Is this my fault? That's why I said yesterday that on Telegram that Dr. Sako should look at himself in the mirror, reflect and look at what's going on. See that, okay, principle of higher good. If I leave as president of the acting president of the IG and some new person comes in, will it pump more enthusiasm, or will it destroy and disintegrate the IG? Those are the questions that we should ask. Okay, if I don't leave, he has to ask those questions. But it is not the kind of procedure that Sisiku tried to implement. You have to ask questions in order to understand that, okay, now listen, oh, I have a business in Cameroon or in Ambazonia. Now I want to go to Ghana for studies. If I go to Ghana and I finish my engineering, will it bring me more money? Who will manage my business? You look at higher good, where you go and what will happen. You must look at those. They will not just come and say that, you know what, you come here, go to Ghana, you go to South Africa, you go to America. No, leave people to be considerate. Let them consider what they're trying to do, because you as a people, you must understand. My brother from the UK, NS Asoba, says I should talk about Skapak. You know, I am a proponent and a believer in the inverted pyramid theory. You start talking about the most important thing before you go to the least important thing. We have issues about Skapak that all of us know existed. But I want to tell us something very important about why I choose to talk about my trip to Buea. Skapak is a disaster, as much as my trip to Buea is. And when we try to interject things, every group have stolen money. All the groups, they have stolen money in this revolution. From all the groups that you know, people started taking money long ago. All of them, they have been taking money. But then, you know, we as a people, somebody keeps saying that I was not in Berlin. I don't want you to adjudicate this matter of my trip to Buea and limit it to the aspirations of the Ambazonians who attended the Berlin conference. No, don't put it that way. Let me be clear with you all and get my anecdote. Why I have said that the issue of my trip to Buea, some people say don't keep talking about it. But let us put it this way. I think we have this somebody calling from South Africa. We'll take this South African somebody calling. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Oh, can you call us later? We're on a live show. I'm sure you're not following. That's why. It's on Eric Tataw official. Yeah, but you can see check on National Telegraph because we shared the link there. Check on National Telegraph. You'll see it. Okay. So thank you very much. So somebody was calling up from that way. Now, let us be clear with all of you that you should understand one thing. Please, Nelson Ochemba, I want to now answer your questions. Ernest Asoba, and you see, we are in a position. This government will not, as a matter of fact, be destroyed. Okay, I want to reply to one John Morgan, who says Eric Tataw is the biggest scammers. Eric Tataw, the biggest scammers in Ambazonian Revolution, where there's an S there, which doesn't make sense. Okay, coincidentally, Eric Tataw is the most honest in this revelation, because I have no blood in my hand, I have no dollar in my hand, and I spend my own money to do things. I must repeat this fact for emphasis. And so you don't only come and write a comment because you think you want to write. You have to write a comment that is realistic. Let's see, maybe somebody is trying to participate in the call. Hello?
Hey, bro.
Yes, are you trying to participate in the call?
Gideon.
Oh, yeah, Gideon, you trying to talk on the live show? Okay, let me just call back in 2 minutes. Let me just finish this, then you call. 2 minutes will be good, yes. So in 2 minutes time, we're going to take calls, and we'll start by taking Gideon's call. Now, let us say this. I want to talk about Skapak, but I want to start talking about my trip to Boya, which is very important. Now, you see, my trip to Boya is like the Ambazonian bank. You know, okay, thank you so much. Brother Gideon said I should stop replying to comment. I think that's true. That's very important. We'll take calls in 2 minutes. Anybody who's watching, 2 minutes time, we'll take calls. So, want to say that, you see, as a people, we must be objective and be truthful to ourselves. The issue here is this. You know, my trip to Boya was initiated by Dr. Sako. And I owe you all the obligation to explain to you the things that are happening. And we will not, for no reason, you know, we will not for no reason try to shun away from the truth. You see, I would say this, and you all analyze it for yourselves. When you cannot say, let's forget about my trip to Boya. We said this in Berlin. Not everybody knows that. I don't know what you said in Berlin about my trip to Boya. I don't know what you said in Berlin about my trip to Boya. You know that my trip to Boya is like our own bank, MTTB. It's like the Bank of Southern Cameroon. That money was raised 700,000. This is the most, of course, I'm the only activist, or probably with Joshua Khan, the rest, who can cite the exact amount as given by the IG, that it was 700,000. Some have inflected the figure to cause confusion. But this does not mean that we will not speak the truth, though they have inflected the figure. Now you have 700,000 that was raised, and then they said that it was classified. All of a sudden they said, Secretary Chris Anu came and said Tabanyang refused to talk about issues of the auditing, and they were not paying money here, they were not doing this. All of those things were being discussed. Now Tabanyang came and replied, Dr. Sako came and said, you know what, we're going to bring the audit. And then something leaked out as the part of the audit. Now you say that we should not talk about my trip to Boya, we should forget it. I want to ask you a question. That if you are a farmer, you have your coffee farm, and you take your money, you go and put in FIFA Bank or in BSEC or in your credit union in your village, and then that credit union collapses and they eat farmers' money. Everybody's money is gone. And then there is no way that they have given you adequate account about where that money is. Would you, and then they come and say, okay, you know what, we are sorry. Just forget about what happened in FIFA 2 years ago. Just come, okay, bring more money. Come and put in the same FIFA. Will you contribute? No, you will not. Because now, we know that, yes, Dr. Sako might not have eaten the money, but there's been issues about embezzlement that we all know. There's been issues about embezzlement that we all know. And we as a people must accept this. The issue about Skapak will need me to investigate carefully. We also acknowledge the fact that the Sisiku era, there were issues of misappropriation at the level of Skapak. But we're talking about issues that are very pertinent and current at the moment. That doesn't say that we are rejecting talking about Skapak. We will all follow up to see who ate which money. And that is why, in the beginning, Dr. Sako said, oh, you know what? We are going to bring audit. And the audit did not come. And up to now, it has not come. I know I don't want to belabor this fact, but I want us all to be realistic, and all of us, to know exactly what is happening. Let me see something. Okay, thank you, Elvis Agbo. I understand what you're saying, right? So, going forward, I've asked a simple question that if you are a farmer, you go and put your money in, okay, let's say we all of us on this platform, we have a credit union called the Eric Tataw Credit Union. Let me get this simple example. Okay, we have this credit union, the Eric Tataw Credit Union. And they are saying, okay, come and put your money. We'll have to be buying materials to cultivate our farm, build a big business. You come and put your money, and the money is there like $1 million, $2 million or so. Or let me just use the same amount that was in my trip to Boya, $700,000. And then all of a sudden that money disappears. And then you have not seen that I've bought enough material to give to farmers or cocoa and stuff like that. And then you come and tell me that, you know what, I come and apologize. This man, the accountant is not giving me audits. Wait, next week we'll give you an audit. Then after next week, I come and say, you know what, we are sorry. We made a mistake. Let's forget about it. Excuse me. Then I come back afterward. I say, you know, we have Eric Tataw, credit union has been reactivated. Please, can you come and contribute? Who is going to contribute? Who is going to contribute? That's the question. So we need to clear the air about my trip to Boya, dust it, you know, put it down, and make sure that everything goes on well. So with that said, John Morgan, I want to inform you authoritatively that this page is an official page that I pay, is sponsored, and you have to be civil when you're here. If you are not civil and you try to say things that are contrary to anything that I've done, tell me the things that you think that are facts that you can propose for me to augment the revolution, not accuse me of things that I have not done, because I don't know if I have anything to do with my trip, but I will not insist on it to be released in this manner. So the next negative comment we get from you, we have the option to ban you, delete your comments and ban you from this page, and you'll never follow this page. And I want to let you know that we are not clamoring for followers. We want people who are civil and constructive. While we respect you to speak your mind and to exercise your duty or your right for freedom of speech, we also want you to remain very cautious. So we'll now take calls from people who want to contribute. The phone number is 202-390-2247. We'll take this call from Delaware. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, we are getting you, sir.
Is it Eric Tataw's number?
Yes, it's Eric Tataw. You have to move away from your receiver to be able to get us, because he's reflecting, it's coming later on. So you have to go out from where you're talking, where you're watching the show before you can contribute.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to drop this call, and then I'll invite any follower who's listening at this time. If you want to participate in the show, you must move away from the receiver where you are listening to the show, because it's always going to come afterwards. So I'll take Gideon. So you cannot listen to the show while you are doing all of this. So don't forget that Atanga Nipo has sent a report to the UN Security Council saying that Amber Boys have killed 1,506 Mboros and destroyed 70 cows. And so we have to know about this. Let me take this call really quickly. Hello? Okay, I'll take Gideon now. Hello?
Hey, bro.
Yes, Gideon, how are you?
I share for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're live on Eric Tataw Official. What is the point?
I just want to go straight to the point. I think one thing that is always constant with you is telling the truth. That is why our people keep following you.
Thank you so much.
I really agree with you on the point that our president has made a very, very fatal error in the action that he made with the letter that he sent, and the people that read it who made it even worse.
Yes.
You know, at a point like this, I think we need a lot of wisdom. We need a lot of guidance. We need to pray more. You know, I just want to say that I've spoken to a few of the chairs of the counties. This is my proposal as a son of Ambazonia, that the 13 chairs, they have the opportunity right now to safeguard this revolution in a sense that they can meet without Sako camp, meet without Sisiku's camp for a moment, without thinking about anybody. Let them think only about Ambazonia. Thinking only about Ambazonia, they have a talk and have questions and suggestions to make on both camps. They form at least a 5-man team, and in that 5-man team, they can add our father.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, add Pali Tumbe, if possible, one other person or Ambassador Fosso or somebody like that. If they can add one or two of them in that group, and then now they take their suggestions and find a way to talk with Sisiku and team separately, and then after that they will come to an agreement at the end, and then they find a way to talk with Sako's team in a separate meeting as well. Once they've done all that, trust me, we will be in a better place. They will be in a better place to solve this nonsense that we find ourselves. we cannot make this mistake of dividing ourselves. The IG cannot be destroyed. The IG cannot be dissolved. The IG must be augmented so that we can move faster and higher than we have ever been.
Thank you so much, bro.
I really appreciate you for what you're doing. Just keep up doing the good work yourself. Ashu Kingsley,
JK,
Atanga Chiri, the other, the lady in the UK.
Ashu Kemi.
I cannot thank you guys enough. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Amabo. God bless you, my brother.
God bless you. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, brother. Gideon was calling all the way from Missouri. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eric Tataw Official. Do not forget, we are just new and we are amazed that over close to 1,000 of you were watching this first live show on this page. I feel so honored. God bless you so much. And don't forget, to get notifications, you have to just go and click on like and subscribe, follow. It's not going to give me any money, any extra money. So I'll take this call from one of our brothers here in Washington, D.C., who is calling at this moment. Hello.
This is Fidelis. Mr. Eric, good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir, yes.
Am I live?
Of course you are.
Yeah, bro. I want to thank you for the great job where you do. I think you do a great job, but I will talk for you very like a brother, a friend, and somebody where it is support this platform for growth.
Yes.
I think I will ask you this question. After the first live show, I think you will read the other comments where they put her in.
Yes.
So after that last live comment, I don't know whether you don't call Dr. Sako or anybody around him, because when we talk about consultation is not a one-way issue. Because if you don't call Dr. Sako after that live show, I think will fit up against either in over talk for Sisiku or communication not there between or now wait till the block communication between you and Sisiku, all those kind of things. Because those are things that I have investigated and know what is happening. Again, I think the IG might not be perfect, but nobody has the right to pick a pen and dissolve the IG. If Sisiku dissolve the IG, it means that he himself is dissolved because he is the president of the IG. Yes. Okay, if you dissolve the IG, it means you dissolve all of yourself. So I try to find out certain things, even before the Berlin conference. I find out all these things. They don't talk with the president, all these things. I get more information. Now, I think as a journalist where you get to go closer to news. News not get to come to you. So that is the one advice I'll give you like a brother. And then I want to tell you again, say this thing, this thing where it start now today. Now something where it don't be cooked for a very long time. If you look at your friend, look at a friend where you don't lose them because you stand on the truth, you will know, say, the issue be start a very long time. A very good example of a friend where I lost them because of this issue is Dina Don Pasho. Why? Because from the beginning, he said they don't contribute money and they no go give them for IG. Since about 4 or 5 months, and I just take that one and keep up. If they say they get for do so, I take all those information and keep up. So when it be changed, then start talk different things. It no be surprise me. Because you don't really know which that way will go. And then, my brother, I want to tell you, say, you are a force in this revolution. When you create something, you follow up that thing. You created county by county. I expected you to go around the counties and find out what is happening within the country.
Okay.
The county. Okay. What is going on.
Okay, Fidelis, thank you. Thank you so much. In fact, I like you because you be very frank. I'll just thank you. We won't get to me any person talk. So I'll just respond just briefly for you. Number one, and I say, about consultation. I don't talk with Dr. Sakoi team. I don't talk with a couple of people a bit close to Sisiku as well. But I still insist on the level of consultation because you're not going to give up where you try to bring in person when I talk, So no matter say don't consult person, it really work and stuff like that. You got for continue bringing about county by county. So I be very much abreast with what's going on about county by county. Say we don't set the ball rolling, and I think county by county they work almost 80% effective. Although we'll get hiccups and for a couple of counties. You get my point. Yeah. But that notwithstanding, I think we are doing great. Thank you so much.
So we have also advised that the consultation should continue. It should not stop.
Exactly. At the same time, I will talk, say, me continue to force yourself for consult until a point where we'll get elastic limit,
Yeah. But now the only thing I say, this thing has been planned and it's only being executed. It's not something that you can maybe even change somebody's mind.
That's fine, but that notwithstanding, our independence is irreversible. We're going to get it. Thank you so much, Fidel Ambe. I'll reply for one surrogate for some other group with on the platform. For let the person know, say, me I be first of all very amazed and not be impressed by views and stuff like that, but we are the most followed, the most viewed. Somebody they talk about say you not pay Facebook $5 again for get more views. I want to inform you say they need pay Facebook for get views. Views you don't pay people to come and view you. People they only follow your platform based on the way they talk. So if they pay platform for get views, like, you know what you own and put it for agency for they do that for they pay Facebook like $100 or $10,000 to get 10,000 views. But unfortunately, no option not there for Facebook if you pay for get more views. If you only do the right thing for put them for follow your platform. And if they be having to leave all my views, they might get all notifications. They need to go for all my viewers. Like Eric Tataw, they get that kind 10, 20K, they watch you one time. But unfortunately, we don't know what it happened. So I don't want to go into all those politics. So I'm ambitious, I don't answer that surrogate will come up for one place for can't make noise for this place. So we're going to go straight now to some other people. Some person they call from Delaware where I'll go for take a call, but unfortunately I not take them. So I'll try to make sure say I get the call. Okay, the call back. Now the Delaware person the call. So yeah. Hello?
This is me, Kingsley calling.
Yes, from Delaware. Yes, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, my brother. How is everything?
No, fine, but we'll have 2 minutes so that me one or two more people they participate. Thank you so much.
Yes, I just want to appreciate your effort in everything you are doing as far as the struggle is concerned.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have just a few comments. The issue of Sisiku and the interim government.
Yes.
Yeah, all of us, we appreciate the effort that Sisiku has been in constant communication, maybe with the IG. Yeah, but if you look at the conditions that Sisiku is living in at the prison in Yaoundé, we cannot take orders from Sisiku anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we have difficulties, if the IG has something difficult, they can consult Sisiku. The Sisiku cannot give us orders from the IG, from the prison, because if we accept A today, the letter Sisiku has circulated on social media, tomorrow we shall accept even the two-state federation that people are that there is rumors outside that they're going to meet him to sign for federation. So we don't accept anything from Sisiku. We may consult him and Sako.
That's the word. That's the word. Consultation. That's the word. Exactly
yes,
the word.
Yes. So Sako and his team, all of us are outside. We support. We are going to support Sisiku to be released. We shall contribute money as we have been contributing, but we need consultation. We don't care about the Milan. We don't care about the. We know them. We know everything.
Okay, thank you so much, bro. Yeah. You have said it all. We are going to end the show here because we don't want to make the shows too long for Program Zero not to be able to go. Okay. We'll take this one call. Somebody's trying to call from Program Zero. This last call, and then we'll go. Then tomorrow, yes, tomorrow. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Are you trying to participate? Yes. Are you trying to participate on the live show?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Just 2 minutes. Let's wrap up. So this person is calling from Ground Zero. What is your opinion? Yes.
My opinion is that there is nothing they can take from Sisiku from prison. If they can force Sisiku in prison to send federation, it means everything that he's sending outside will keep the federation. Because I know what Cameroon is. So
thank you so much.
They can consult him for many things. They can consult him, but he cannot from prison.
That's the word I used yesterday. I'm glad everybody's coming back to that word, consultation. That is all we need to know. Thank you, bro. We're going to end here. That's somebody calling from Ground Zero. Tomorrow, we are going to announce another live show. We'll continue hammering on this issue, and I'll have another special message for all those of you on Ground Zero and those of you in South Africa. So tomorrow, you're going to join me on this same platform at 5 p.m. Ground Zero. That is going to be 12 o'clock here in the United States or in Washington, D.C. Thank you so much. Nelson Chamber. The number to call is the same 202-390-2247. Thank you. Over close to 1,000 of you are watching this live show. Don't forget, if you're watching this show, you just came in through National Telegraph, you can subscribe on our National Telegraph page by clicking on like, or you go to Eric Tataw Official and click on like. Thank you so much. Somebody says I should take a last call. What's the last call? What's your number? You want to type your number? Let me call you quickly before we go. So we can take a last call if you like. What's the name? You can call. You want to call 202-390-2247. Last call. Okay, the last call has not come, so we're going to end the show here. We only need to consult Sisiku. We will not take any orders from anybody in jail, but Dr. Sakotu has to put his act together. That is very important for you to know. But one thing I must assure you is that I'm certain about the independence of Southern Cameroons. So keep your fingers crossed, and let's see everybody at the United Nations headquarters in New York come 13th of this month, 2019. Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be live on this same platform with more insight on the situation. Of course, it's Eric Tataw Official. Bye for now.